Has Rohit Sharma done enough as a test captain? Are we looking for faults or are there some faults that he definitely has? Let's get right into it.
We'll start off with talking about Rohit Sharma as the captain when the Indians are on the field and they're bowling. I just find Rohit Sharma a very defensive captain, and that's absolutely fine. There's been a lot of defensive captains in the history of the game. Virat Kohli, when he started off, was a very defensive captain. Steve Smith had also got a lot of criticism as a defensive captain a lot throughout his career when he was the permanent captain. Pat Cummins recently, even though he's won a lot of matches, gets a lot of criticism as a defensive captain. But Rohit Sharma, when he's defensive, he's very defensive. The batters don't feel like they're any under pressure. And it's, of course, I wouldn't know that. I'm not batting against Rohit Sharma as a captain. But when you watch the match and when you watch batters take singles so easily, and they don't have to play a defense for the sake of it, they can play attacking shots and they're getting those singles, they're getting those boundaries. It doesn't feel like the batters are under pressure. It doesn't feel like the Indian bowlers are even attacking enough because of the fields Rohit Sharma is setting.
Most recently, we saw that Rohit Sharma was almost waiting for things to happen. It didn't feel like there was an active effort to say, stop a new batsman from getting easy runs or easy singles to rotate the strike. And even when Ollie Pope was set and was scoring boundaries, it didn't seem like there was an active effort to sort of make sure that Ollie Pope's boundary scoring options were locked off. And this is also not the first time we are seeing this from Rohit Sharma. Even in the South Africa Test series where Dean Elgar went on and scored a very big 100, it did seem like there were a lot of easy runs on offer. And this is something that definitely is a repeating trend in this current captaincy, is what we feel.
One of the examples would be when Aswin was bowling around the wicket to right-handers. Rohit Sharma could have done things differently. There were a lot of the times batters were playing it behind forward short leg, so he could have maybe placed a backward short leg, have two short legs in play. It's very rare nowadays in Test cricket. We understand that. But like, for example, as much as I talked about how we shouldn't go away from our style, when Ben Stokes was captaining, when we saw him captain, he did try different things. And when batters settle down, you usually want to try different things to unsettle the batters, but also to get a wicket. And when Ollie Pope was batting, we just felt Rohit Sharma could have maybe tried things different. He was, of course, trusting the Jadejas and Ashwins to get wickets, also why they got very long spells. But he could have maybe done things differently on the field, and maybe that could have brought about a wicket. It's easy to say. It's easy to retrospect and talk about things like this. It's not the first time this has happened, and we just feel like Rohit Sharma as the captain doesn't necessarily go away from the traditional sense in Test cricket.
Now, just building on Ashwin's point, there's also been times where it seems very evident that if there is, say, a plan A or maximum a plan B in place and the batsman settles in, it's almost like the team is waiting for something to happen instead of trying to create that opportunity. We saw Ben Stokes in the first innings. He did make some mistakes with how Hartley was used. He was overused, in fact, but this was rectified in the second innings. And also, obviously, Hartley did ball better, but this was something that was glaringly obvious, was that Ben Stokes was rotating his bowlers better and he was ready to give Joe Root those overs. This is something that Rohit Sharma was not doing. Also, the fact that somewhere it feels like he's trusting the bowlers more than he should, almost over trusting them, and this over trusting has gone to a point where maybe they make some change eventually, but it's probably too late because the batsman is set, and then it's not something that is very easy. It's not easy to get the batsman's wicket beyond that point.
It's funny we make a whole video about Rohit Sharma, the Test captain, when we are criticizing Rohit Sharma, the Test captain. Yeah, it's very easy for us to do it. We haven't played Test cricket. But if you think back and go back a few years, Rohit Sharma wasn't even supposed to be the next Test captain. It was always Virat Kohli and then hopefully someone, and Virat Kohli was planning to groom a youngster to become the next Test captain.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you, but if you watched this far, do consider subscribing, like, comment, share. But yeah, most importantly, subscribe. It helps us stay motivated. We are going to be posting a lot of content, both written in the form of articles and also short and long form videos on Instagram and also YouTube. So yeah, definitely subscribe. A lot of content coming your way. Peace.
BCCI had no choice. Virat Kohli stepped down from Test captaincy, so Rohit Sharma had to take over because at that point there was no one to take over. Because captaining Test cricket is not the easiest of the things. It's the most difficult thing to do because you're playing for 5 days. There's 2 innings. There's a lot of sessions. There's a lot of planning. And if you are not a good Test captain, it can be very evident. And yes, Rohit Sharma has won more Test matches than lost. And yes, Rohit Sharma has done well in India, and he also won a Test match in South Africa. So he does have an overseas win. And a span of Test captaincy isn't very long either. So it's all of this considered, it's sometimes very evident that Rohit Sharma is not the strongest Test captain, and he doesn't have years to go and he doesn't have years to play in the international format. So it's not like we can give him a lot of years to hopefully become better and hopefully for us as the Indian team to become stronger and to win more matches. So isn't it time to already start thinking about the next test captain?
Now, obviously, we don't know who the next test captain is going to be, but it's kind of obvious that it will be either Bumrah or Rahul unless magically Hardik Pandya is back and starts playing test cricket. That's not going to happen. But yeah, so it's either going to be Bumrah or Rahul, and if there is a common consensus amongst the team management and also the selectors, I do think it is time for India. Sure, they are in the middle of a test cycle right now, but they should start grooming the next test captain, because you can't suddenly just transfer the test captaincy to someone who does not have experience in a leadership role. And yeah, it's going to be important to see how things pan out also in the future, because Rohit does not have too many years ahead of him.
This has been our video on Rohit Sharma, the test captain, and hopefully the future of Indian test captaincy. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, like, share and subscribe. Importantly, subscribe. A lot of you haven't subscribed. 90% of you, like Praatibh always tells me. So please subscribe. It will always help us, motivate us. We'll soon have 2 videos per week. We anyways have this on Fridays, but we'll have a lot of different content coming out on Tuesdays. Completely different, not analytical. We'll do a lot of different things. We'll have fun. Hopefully enjoy cricket and do a lot of different things related to the game, of course. So yeah, like, share and subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.